Everybody, welcome back to another recap of RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 8. Episodes 3 or 4 and 5, excuse me. Since you guys loved our wonderful guest last week, we decided to bring Bonni Scotch back to
Yay!
the
Thank you so much for
the,
having me back.
the fold. Yes, welcome back. We have some real litty titty shit to get into. And you know, it's funny because last week I told Jade, I was like, oh girl, we're gonna have to bunch this up because this shit is whack.
I started
Yeah.
calling it All Stars Mid instead of All Stars 8.
Ay, ay, ay.
It's still that. However, there was the turn in you know, the
In the
cause.
waters.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's start with the previous episode. Screen Queens.
hmm
So they were to create a trailer for a scripted series
hmm
with Michelle Visage, helping them because they always we're bringing in a fabulous Emmy award-winning person, and it's just Michelle. Not to say that it takes away
Right.
from her, but it's like
But
y'all remember that
also,
episode when they had Trina and
yes,
And
Eve?
Eve.
Eve.
And
Yeah,
Eve,
that
yes.
was good.
Yeah,
Everything.
yeah,
That was a moment. I loved seeing that.
yeah.
Yeah.
They need to
Yeah.
bring that back.
Yeah, they need
Sure do.
to, but we'll see. So, um, as they get back get back to the workroom after the elimination of Mrs. Kasha Davis, untucked, Heidi. What we didn't know until now, Heidi was giving droplets of her saying she wanted to quit.
We got it in Untucked last week, but they put it
Right.
on the main stage this week.
Yeah, so they put her on the main stage, and she was like, I'm not feeling it, whatever. Anywho, they go on, and most of the votes were for Mrs. Kasha Davis, but Darian got some votes, and Jessica Wilde was like, "Nah, I don't care."
Darian got almost half of those votes.
Mhm.
Well deserved.
Yeah, very well
And you
deserved.
know what? It was just like take your pick at that point.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I was ready for both of them to go so we could try to get to something.
yeah,
Uh Jessica, who is still remains one of my favorites. They were giving her big kosher salt energy to her win. It was very salty.
yeah,
And I loved her attitude. She was like shaking her titties. You just want 30K. It's like, girl, I ain't tripping off of these girls
yeah.
anyway.
Fuck
And
y'all,
I
Please.
bitches.
I died
That's
when
the
she
right
was like
attitude to have.
she was like, "Do you want to tell me something or like are you all so mad that I won?"
Yeah,
I love
like
Yes. Work.
I appreciated that energy. So they
Mm.
had to, RuPaul comes down in a suit, and they have to, like I said earlier, they do some must she TV or must they TV. We need to change that up, RuPaul,
Oh.
because
Mm.
we're teetering into what we used to have with the male. But
Oh.
anywho,
Well, wasn't that more derogatory?
well, yes, but like
Isn't
she
must she
TV, but
TV
like, you know
because
what?
they're
I'm
all
not
drag
even a drag
queens?
queen, so I don't,
Right.
You know how
I
like
don't
Gottmik
get
wanted to
gender.
be referred to as a queen and like don't.
Mhm.
So I'm wondering if it's whereas the other one was like,
But you know how sometimes certain queens they'll be non-binary queens, like Bob will say, "You call me either she or they," like in drag too. So it's kind
okay,
of like I
all
don't
right.
know. Gender is weird.
True.
I don't
It
know. I
is.
don't.
I
It's
don't know.
weird. You tell
I have
me
no
what you
clue.
want to be called, and I'll just try to remember
And
it
I'll
better.
call you that. And that's
Exactly.
really the bottom
Exactly.
line.
So they had to group off into teams. So it was Alexis Michelle, Darian Lake, and James Mansfield,
hmm
and they did something called Get Off Island, which we'll talk about. Then there was Best Friends for Never, which Jessica Wilde, Jimbo, and Candy Muse. And then there was Run Queen Run with Heidi in Closet, Glorilla, and Lalari.
Did anybody notice that these were all split into race minus Jimbo because Jimbo is the only
It's
because they couldn't
always
have all
separated
the.
into race.
I did not notice that actually.
I did. I was why I was like
Good eye.
black, Latino, white.
Yeah.
Good eye.
So, what
Fascinating.
y'all think about? Let's start with Lala Ree's group. Yeah, Run Queen Run. What y'all think?
I thought that Kahana was gonna do as bad as she did. Um, I thought Heidi and Lala did a good job with the goofy role. I did. I think they did what needed to be done. They were safe.
Yeah, it wasn't anything that particularly stood out. They were pretty safe. They were
Yeah.
run of the mill. So
I said the same thing. Like people are like, they were robbed. They should have won, and I was like, where should they have? No.
I didn't
Uh,
see it.
well, if had they replaced Kahana with somebody else, then yes, they should have won.
Yes.
Right.
But I don't
Pursue Jimbo.
necessarily agree with that.
Yeah,
That
Jimbo and
was
Jessica
that's really
Wilde.
it.
Either way, you had to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been a hit. But because Lala and Heidi did what needed to be done.
Yeah, and you could only carry so much. A with the material that's given, and two, Glorilla is just.
And they keep trying to insert Glorilla. They want to make sure they honor her ideas. So it's like, well, what about if they tuck in panties? It's like, okay.
Yeah,
You saw Heidi thinking about it for a second.
and she's trying to like, okay, let's see if we can work that
They were like,
in.
let's include little Mama Montrese into
Yeah,
the
Hmm.
fold. So
exactly. They like try to
yeah.
be rude, but let us not be, unclear that that shit was whack.
Yeah.
Right.
So, next was Best Friends for Never. What'd y'all think about that? That's with Jessica Wilde, Jimbo, and Candy.
I thought that Candy and Jessica playing themselves was just, it was fine. It was okay. Jimbo really carried it once again when they started pulling the hair and making that insane
Hmm.
face. I said, okay, Jimbo has it once again because the way they're able to transform themselves physically is something that I like to see.
Hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I
Candy playing herself is like, ah,
I would like
all
to
right,
see some range from Candy because if we go
right.
back to her previous season, she played that villain in their Honey I Shrunk the Drag Queen, and then in this one she played the mean girl, and
She's playing herself.
she's playing herself. And while I enjoy Candy, which we will also get to because that comes with an asterisk. While I enjoy her I enjoy Candy's little evil giggle that she does at the end of saying stuff. Let me
Yeah.
say that much. And she's entertaining enough, right? She's a producer
Yes.
of the show. She is at this point.
Hmm.
Um, I think that she needs some more range in the stuff that she does.
Yeah, I
For sure.
agree. I think, Candy is entertaining for New York purposes. You know what I mean? Like
Sure.
I
Perhaps.
enjoy her
Okay.
because of the fact that I know her,
I
if
know
that
her.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, is she the most innovative queen or whatever? No, not really, but I still like her. I think Candy kind of lucked out in this group.
Mm.
Because if she were to be put in anybody else, she probably would have been. Well, no, she was with the black.
No,
She
not
probably would
necessarily. She might have been alright with the
have
blacks.
been fine.
I do think had Jessica and Candy switched those roles, and Jessica played the main villain, and
Mm,
Candy played the dumb best friend,
mm.
that might even be even a little bit more of a variation than what
Because
we
Candy
what
did
we get.
well in that one challenge with Simone when they did Ross's. Remember they were in
Oh,
the
the roast.
backyard. Yeah, it was. It
Oh,
wasn't like a
the yeah,
roast.
the Bossy Rossi thing.
Yes, and they were in the
Yeah.
backyard, and they were like two like blondes and
Mhm.
being dumb and whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah, like I agree with you. Candy could do that stuff. Um, in the episode when they were filming it, there was a lot of like sexual innuendo, like usual Drag Race
Mhm.
stuff.
Mhm.
Right.
Oh, we forgot how they had the mini
Oh, the
challenge, how
balloon
they chose
challenge.
with the balloon thing. I'm gonna be
Uh,
honest.
I'm so sick of that damn challenge.
Yeah, me too. Because I didn't need to know certain people's positions. you
Child,
know.
listen.
And I didn't need to know, like, certain people, I already know that they can't handle themselves in that area. Like, seeing what Darian Lake got up there to do, I said, oh
Right?
no, ma'am, I'm
Is that
supposed to believe
a
you're a top?
setup for? I'm supposed to believe you a top.
Now, I might have been born on a Thursday, but it wasn't last Thursday.
Or I cracked up though when some of them would play like Heidi, when she was like, "I'll try something new." Like, girl, girl.
And then Jimbo just
And
got on his
Jimbo with the
knees.
A mess.
put the balloon right here.
Yeah.
Rue was like,
A mess. That's not an option.
we get away with enough.
Yeah. So then it was time for Darian's group, Get Off Island, which was awful.
Yeah, it was
I
terrible.
can't even
Yeah.
say
Mm-mm.
anything else kind about it.
Mm-mm.
Even though Darian was the funniest in the group, to me,
Surprisingly,
The best.
surprisingly,
Yeah.
she did the best.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Conceptually, it just was not
because
I
it
was
was
well
her
thought
bored.
out.
idea too,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
which so they get through it all, and we get to the runway, and it is As the World Turns.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want to look at the runway?
Yes.
Sure.
Always.
Okay, give me a second. Editors pause.
It stressed me out. Okay.
Now it's time for the runway. So we have As the World Turns. And let me be honest with you. If you look at all of these, you wouldn't be able to tell what the theme was
Until they walked away.
until they walked away. So
That's true.
here we have Alexis Michelle. Um, it was
Didn't we
nice.
already have this concept from Shea Coulee?
Everybody's done it. Detox,
Valentina,
With the
Valentina.
specifically with the
the
bridal
bride.
gown? Okay.
Yeah, Valentina has done a bridal look.
Mm,
We've seen Shea Coulee in this. Yeah, for
with the
sure.
ass
Did
out, like
Valentina
it's
do the ass out bridal look?
I don't think so. I think it was a homage to her mom or something like
Okay.
that, if
Okay.
I
but
remember
yeah,
right.
Shay did the wedding look with the ass out.
That's what I
Oh, she
thought.
did? Okay.
She did
Yeah,
like the oh, you know what? She did the negligee.
but
She
it was
did
still
like
bridal though.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, like wedding
Okay.
night.
but yeah, she did that with the ass out. Here's my thing: if you're gonna do back panel, open back panel, either make it fake, use a fake butt, or if you're gonna use your real butt, put makeup on it. Like you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna be on like the cheeks, like you still got your boy cheeks out, so you're gonna have to, you know,
Powder 'em.
Yeah.
powder conceal some of that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it was okay. She looked pretty.
She always looks pretty,
Yeah.
but we're gonna talk about
Next we
we're gonna talk about
had
her.
yeah. Next we had Darian Lake. Um, yeah.
I think this looks good for Darian. Like we've not seen Darian like this. I think it's
No.
cohesive. It's
This is a
clean.
great look for her.
I
Yeah.
think I agree. I don't think it fits the assignment all that much.
No. No. Like I said, nobody really knew the assignment.
Well,
Like it
it was
seemed like
I guess it's the ass, but I mean I guess it does, but it could have been done like something else could have been
that's
done to accentuate
Yeah.
true
the
because it just looks like a
ass.
regular outfit to me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Mhm.
the ass is gonna be
Just a
out the
regular
bottom.
Tuesday at Burger Mary's.
Yeah,
Yes.
What's
it's a lip
Yeah.
that
sync.
place?
It's a lip sync outfit.
Yeah.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
pretty. But I think even if I think the garters came up some more to accentuate the
Or even
ass,
the thong area to
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
like,
Mm-hmm.
you
Exactly.
know.
That could have
Yeah.
Yeah.
done that could have really done it.
Mhm.
But she looked good. She looked good.
Yeah.
She looks great.
Mhm.
So then we have Heidi in Closet, which I loved this look.
Mhm.
Me too.
It was very
Mhm.
camp. She
Great
was
concept.
she was an
Yep.
ass for real.
Yeah. I thought it
And
was a
she was the
great
only
concept.
one. Sorry, Jade.
Go ahead.
She was the only one who kind of went outside of what everybody else was doing. You know,
Mm-hmm.
everybody